So I'm happy and fine to be here with you. And how are you doing?
I'm fine. The week has started yesterday here on Sunday, and we're just very happy to open a new week with you with conversations, and I'm very glad to be here with you. And I and thank you for welcome aboard to Discord. Thank you for joining Discord, and I hope
Yes,
that
I thought that would be this conversation. It would happen on that platform.
I thought it would too because I didn't know where people yet. Because so far only three were on Discord. Is that Michelle, Rodrigo, Jose Rodrigo, and you. So since I did not hear from people or I did not see them immigrating to Discord, you know what? Let's make a experiment, and I will invite you to a Discord conversation. Let's do it.
Okay, let's
So
try it. Yes.
I will end the conversation here one moment, and I will open a Discord conversation and see. The sound should be much better and solid.
Eti,
Yes?
Eti, I
Yes?
think that the conversation on Discord is already open.
Yes? Okay.
I can I can hear you there. I gonna leave this room, but I think it's already okay in
Okay.
Discord. Let me see.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Eti.
Yes?
Okay. Yes, it is open here on Discord.
It
Yes.
is open?
Yes. Yes.
That's
I'm not
beautiful.
that weird right now. Yes.
Okay. So that's beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. Let me open the screen and I will be able to see. Yes, voice connected. Yes, yes, it's
Yes.
much better and it doesn't have a background sound. It is much better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's the first time we are doing it, so wow. Fernando,
Yes.
do you have the whiteboard? Because now I would like to see if there's a stream on. 1 second, I have to check on YouTube if there's a stream as well. Let me check, please. 1 second. Yes. Yes, there is stream at the moment. Thank you so much. So, do you see the whiteboard?
Yes, I can. I can see my whiteboard is opening, but
Mm-hmm.
I can see it on. Yes, I can. I can see it.
1 second, I make it a little that it will come as well. Here is Victoria. Good morning. Hello there, children of Abraham. This is what she says. Good afternoon, Victoria. Nice to see you here. We are very happy that you're here this morning, this afternoon. There is a broadcast from Discord, which is a stronger platform for communication. Thank you. Thank you so much, Fernando. Thank you, Victoria. Yes, Fernando, what would you like to start with? With the painting, the drawing, the art, or the psalms? What would you like to start with?
Uh, you can choose today for me. I'm ready to follow you.
Thank
And
you. Thank you. We have another listener on YouTube, Leah Ellison Little. Good morning. So blessed to be here with everyone. So, Fernando, let's give grace to Victoria or to Leah that they will choose. Please choose Victoria and Leah, or Leah and Leah. What would you like to start with? With a verse from Psalms or with a painting? You can write on YouTube chat what is your opinion or what is your preference. What would you like to start with? Victoria, Leah? You can decide. Just type what you wish for and we shall go along the way that you choose. Maybe you are a bit shy at the beginning, but you have the same ability to participate in this conversation. Or maybe there's a delay, Fernando. I think that there's a delay until the conversation. Okay, so Leah says, I love the painting, then the verse. Okay, the painting, then the verse. So let's look at the painting. This is from Google Museum. David confronted with Goliath. Martin van Heemskerk. It's a Dutch painter. And I would like now to open a new browser and zoom in to the painting. Yes, I hope also on YouTube we can zoom in here. YouTube you get. Yes, Fernando, please describe what do we see here?
Well, I think that we can see David as this little man confronting Goliath, that is this huge and enormous man. We can see David without an armature, and Goliath with weapons and dressed to war like a knight. And we can see like a bunch of people looking at this confrontation between both.
Can you describe the armor of Goliath? Maybe from the helmet. You can choose each. It's so poetic, the armor, that you can start wherever you want.
Yes, he is fully dressed with an armor, with helmet and all the adorns of a great fighter, you know. He has a shield and a spear and a sword, a very big sword, almost in the size of David. And he's protected in every aspect but the face. His face is uncovered.
Yes. Let's look at the helmet. If you have a bit of patience, I would like to focus in his helmet. Do you see, by the way, the cursor on YouTube, or you don't? Do you see the cursor? Yes. Look at the helmet here. What is the helmet supposed to protect here? This part.
Front. His.
Yes, his forehead.
His forehead.
Yes. I would like now to move to the verse because there's so much to say about this painting. This is the first time, Fernando, because I waited for more people to join on Twitter this morning, but it is everything like now is fresh. So let's move to the verse and then go back to the painting. Let's open the verse now. Here, if we don't... Yes, Fernando?
It makes me remember just about that book on Joseph and his brothers from Thomas Mann, when he describes the faces of Esau and Jacob.
Yes.
Like the face of a hunter and the face of a poet, let's say.
Yes, yes.
And here we can see the face of a hunter, Goliath, and we can see with a lot of expressions, marks, and a lot of pain. And we can see a clean face in David, like a baby or like a poet.
Yes, yes, it's very good. Let's see at his Goliath forehead. It is very condensed. It looks like a rock or like a crumbed paper. You see there are many folds. It looks like a forehead of a stone, and there's a lot of pressure between the eyes and the beginning of the nose. Everything is so condensed from using the frontal the frontal part of the face is so occupied. The eyes are intended to kill. And everything is very, very condensed. There's no space in the face at all. This is the face of a hunter. And contrary, here, in a way, we see David. He doesn't have a helmet. He doesn't wear an armor. And his forehead is completely empty. I would say even fair and open. And there is like a direct connection between the forehead and the nose. Like a floating river. We were speaking about the fact, yes, that the nose carries the air, or the nose in our face is like the letter Vav. And in a way, the nose carries the spirit of a person. If we want, if a painter wants to characterize a character, we always, when we paint, we start, so to speak, with the forehead and we create the nose. This is basically the essence. We start, let's say, I'll make here on the right, like there is the forehead. This is too thick, the painting. 1 second, I'll take another thin one because I'm very zoomed in. So it's a little, there's a forehead and there is the nose, and this is what makes the character. So here we can see a beautiful flow. 1 second. And David, his forehead is clear. He has, in a way, clear horizon. And there's a flow of life that goes to the nose, and the eyes, in a way, they're like asking in prayer. You see? I will color it.
Yes.
I will color it. 1 second. I'll change for a pen. Here. And now I'll delete it, not to bother the picture. Did you notice something interesting at the armor of the Goliath? What is happening in the center of the armor?
Yes, we have some monster with wings, and we have a man like being crucified.
Yes.
It seems like Jesus.
Yes. It is like, even here, there, it's seemingly, in this circle, seemingly there is a womb here. That the legs of Jesus, the how do you say, the second half of his body is in the womb. And here there's kind of an animal here on the left. It's not clear if it's a head of an eagle and 4 legs like animal. It's not clear. And here above there is a head, like with something comes out of his face. It's not clear. And this is his sword. Here we see his sword with a dragon head or an eagle head. Everything is with very detailed. Also the protector of his shield, his shoes, everything is with characters, characterized with skulls. Here we see at his shoes like skulls. And the more we shall, dive into details, the more we shall find a lot of armor, a lot of like death masks all over the place. Just remove from me. I'm the killer. This is the, this is his business card. Be aware. I'm the great killer. Now, what is the relation between the height of Goliath, here, his height, and David's height?
Yes.
Almost a half.
It's
Yes.
almost a half.
Yes.
It's in the hands and the arms of David makes an aleph, let's say.
Yes. Yes.
And the fingers of David makes the sacerdotal blessing, just the
Yes.
3 fingers are pointed, the 2 fingers are.
Yes, I hidden the 3, the thumb. Hello, Nedalia. Nedalia, good morning. Nice to see you here. So David's three
Hello.
first yes, David's first three fingers, those are the fingers of Keter, the thumb is Keter, crown, the pointing finger is wisdom, and the third finger is Bina. The three upper spheres are together. This is what he is aiming for. If you have questions, Leah, Victoria, and Dalia, please go ask. Feel free to ask. Fernando, if you have questions, please feel free to ask before we open the verse.
I do not have questions yet. Yeah. I think we are open for the verse. It's beautiful, very beautiful painting.
Thank you. And here, let's read the English and then the Hebrew. Let's focus. Yes. Do you see the English verse?
Yes.
Thank you.
So Psalm chapter 104.
Hello, Fernando.
Hello, Etty, can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes. Now I can. For a moment, it disappeared.
Okay. A Psalm of David. Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who traineth my hands for war, and my fingers for battle.
Thank you. And can you please read the Hebrew?
Yes. So, LeDavid, Baruch Hashem, Zuri, Hamel, Med, Yadai, Likar, Etzbotai, Lemil, Hamas.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see the difference here. In English it starts with the psalms in brackets, but in Hebrew it starts immediately LeDavid. LeDavid.
Yes.
So I would like to open with you the verse. What does it mean? Yadai lakrav, my hands for war. 1 second, I'll open the pen. Yadai lakrav. Yadai lakrav. My hands for war. Krav 100, 2 and 2. So together we have 302 plus Lamed, which is 30. We have 332. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, as you once offered, how can we change the directions of numbers that we can create something meaningful with this structure of numbers or digits? Do you remember? You offered this concept. Yes?
233.
Yes, 233. It's the value of the tree of life.
Yes.
Tree of life. Etz HaChaim. Tree of life. So here, for war, what is the war? To be prepared for, to go for the tree of life. Now, Yadai, my hands, each one is 10, and this is 4, so we have 24. 300. Now we take this one because we can play as much as we wish. 332 plus 24. This is 6, this is 5, 356 with the 4 letters of the Tetragrammaton, and we are at 360. The tree of life is round, or the full hand perspective. Again. So what is he asking basically?
For the tree of life.
For the tree of life. Yes, all the wars, all the 150 psalms, all the moments. It just wants to approach, to have an access to the tree of life. In the same manner, my fingers for battle, if we shall open this again, we shall be able to see. It's the same. He is fighting hard. Like, let's open it. אצבעותיי למלחמה. My fingers for a battle. אצבעותיי. אצבעותיי. Shall we do this, or shall I just summarize it? We can
do it.
We can do it.
Follow
okay. Me. Yes. Yes, Victoria is writing, maybe the war against Goliath stands for an evil spirit over the army of Israel, and David's spirits of courage and love made the giant fall. You're very close, Victoria. Very, very close. Because it's not just historical war. This is what I want to approach now. Because in a way, but slowly, very good, Victoria, very good. Let's open אצבעותיי, my fingers. Yes? 1, 70, 2. No, this is 90, because this is tzadi. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Sorry. 90, 2, 70, 6, 410. What do we have here? Five. This is 4. 500.
579.
579. Thank you. And now la milchama. 30, 40, 38, and this is 45. So what do we have here?
153.
153 plus we have like
732.
Sorry. Yes, thank you. $732.
And 32. Yeah.
Second. 732. And look what we do with 732. We just bring them together. This is 72. And 3 times 72 is 216, like Gevurah. Gevurah is 216. Also Aryeh, lion. Yes? So
yeah.
what does it mean, my fingers for battle, to prepare to overcome like a lion? 3 times grace, because 72 is the value of grace. 3 times grace, this is overcoming.
Interesting also that atzba is a finger, right?
Yes. Yes, etzba is a finger.
With etzba.
Yes.
With this, we can now almost tzvaot, making, exchanging letters.
Very good, very good. You say etzba, etzbaot, and if we change the letters, if we take the ayin outside and put the
Yes.
aleph inside, we have Tsevaot. Tsevaot, armies. Yes. Each finger, it's very interesting. Yes. Each finger is an army. This is the mathematics. But I would like to ask you another question. But it is more perspective question. If this is not a historical battle or historical fight, what kind of a picture do we have here? What does Goliath symbolize? And what does David symbolize? And how this battle between them connects to our request for our listeners to join Discord. There are a few questions here.
It makes me remember a lore from that book from Martin Buber about the Hasidic stories. You know, he had made a compilation of Hasidic stories that is very beautiful. Are just simple tales about friends that are walking, and it's very beautiful. And it makes me remember one little story that says that Ravi Akiva was going to a city, and he was welcome in that city, and for the powerful men and for the men who have wealth in that city. And they make a huge table with a lot of gold and silver and with the best food to receive Ravi Akiva. And Ravi Akiva starts to talk with a little man that was serving everybody and ask him why they did that. And the little man said to Ravi Akiva that the one that is empty inside needs to shine in the outside, needs to put a lot of gold and a lot of symbols in the exterior. But then the little man said, but you sages, you do not need nothing. You are a whole, So this makes me remember that David doesn't need anything because he has everything. He is the tree of life, right?
Yes.
And Goliath need to put all of these address to show that he is powerful, because otherwise people would see that he has nothing.
Yes. Yes. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I thank you.
What brought me this verse today is the fact that in our times we need to move all the time with technology, and I just bring it as a notion, like as a hovering spirit. People sometimes they have high tech phobia, or how do you say, they have fear from technology. They see technology as something which is foreign and how do you say, intimidating. They are afraid that if they will learn and if they will try to put their fingers or type something which is not familiar, everything will fall, their life will be shattered. They're just like, have some people have anxiety from trying new things, a new software or a new application. They are afraid that they will lose control. They immediately become little children. We are afraid from the world because it's something which is not familiar. So in a way, and this is in a way relevant to our times, that technology sometimes seems to us like Goliath, a giant which is surrounded by huge armors, and in a way it frightens us. It's technology, and we are afraid. And people were afraid to join us on Twitter, and people are afraid, or they try first and they don't manage to come to Discord, which is a more stable platform for conversation. And this is why I brought this painting and the verse. And in a way, David, the spirit, the living spirit in each and every one of us, and like you mentioned before, Fernando, the three upper fingers, the three upper spheres, like Keter, crown, wisdom and understanding, which is beyond space and time, are trying. We are this little spirit in us, this David, is trying to find his way through this high-tech, complex world. And we can manage with a bit of patience, and we can manage and we can immigrate and learn new things every day. Just don't be afraid. We are also learning after this conversation last Thursday, when Twitter dropped so many conversations. We thought, what could be a solid platform for a conversation? And Discord is a very, very strong platform to hold conversations with multiple participants. On Thursday, only Fernando could, through Slack has the ability to host only one person, except the host. Only one person can speak, and sometimes, and we wish that everybody will participate. So this is what caused us to look and to find Discord as a platform who enables multiple speakers to speak, to share the same audio room for a long time, for many hours. We can even have a conversation that can take many hours, and we can stream the conversations of many hours even to YouTube. So this is why I opened this topic via this painting, via this verse, because in a way, each and every one of us is like little David. We are struggling. Our struggle is, or our fight, or our wars, or our battle, is to find a connection to the tree of life. We are looking for a connection with people who have the same mindset as we have, and we sometimes need to cross bridges, and bridges of communication, because Facebook is gone, Twitter is on a way, also out, and we need more solid platform. And Slack, not everybody's on Slack, plus Slack can host only one speaker. So I share with you all of those views just to give you a broad mind perspective of what is happening. Plus, we crossed the Corona in a way. 2 years of Corona in a way in its last drop, in its bare end. And we need something more solid. It is true that through the Corona, people who followed us, we were changing stations of communications along the road, and this is where we are at now. So I would like to share those perspectives with you, and hear you, and listen to you, and to read your words. Fernando?
I found your channel on YouTube, and everything happened. And all that I can say is that, just share one fact that is interesting, that this last week I was talking with a friend about the Torah, and he was talking about the Parashat Ki Tisa, that is about the golden calf, right?
Yes.
and all that episode. So I opened the Torah and I was reading with him just a very little passage. And it was very interesting to see that from these classes and from everything that I'm learning, it seemed to me that we had different Torahs. You know, his Torah was very, very literal in every aspect, and my Torah was very different from my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But we could hold a conversation and it was very nice. But I was just came to me this idea, you know, that when we learn these secrets of the tree of life, this way to see the life that flows from the Torah and not the confrontation about historical events, how much life we can get in this different approach and how different it is when we start to see. So I just want to thank you, and I'm ready to go to Discord here, and I think it's very, very good, this conversation. I can hear you, listen to you very clear and good. So let's try it.
Thank you so much. And here Nadalia is saying, I would like to join. Yes, Nadalia, I will send a link on Twitter and everybody could join. This is invitation link and everybody that is on Twitter can join us, because in a way we could have an ongoing conversation, not just have daily lessons or daily conversations with voice. This is one aspect. We could also chat there and people even can talk to each other. And also I can send you invitation to Slack. This is our archive, studying archive. So everybody who is listening to us now via Twitter or maybe later to the recorded conversation, please write to us on Twitter, on Twitter or any other way. Communicate to us and we shall send you a link invitation to Discord, because the more people participate in the conversation, the more we have a greater vessel to host those beautiful ideas. And the more people sharing those ideas, the better. Just makes people lives better. Thank you. Questions so far? Yes. Thank you, Fernando, for sharing this experience with a friend who came from a different perspective. Only when we speak to other people, we see how different what we do is, and we appreciate it even more.
Yes. And yes, indeed, because we are like almost every day looking at the secrets, you know, from the Torah. So it was very interesting and it was a very sweet and a very good conversation, but just came this image to me. And I just want to make a compliment, because this new platform, for me it's better because we can access through the laptop, you know, and not only through the mobile. So.
Yes, this was one of the issues, because even us, the Twitter is not safe, so I could not speak via phone because the sound was not good. So we need to establish a phone simulator on our screen, and I used to speak through the microphone through a simulator of Twitter, which really loaded the systems heavily. And I have also different screens, and now it's much better and much solid. And I hope in a way this is a bridging time and we have patience, because slowly people will come aboard, and we have the patience to support people and to help them in each and every step of the way to come to Discord. one second, just Leah, I'm not sure that I saw you on Twitter, so okay, we shall please write to Hebrew. One second, Fernando, I'm writing here an email. Okay, that they could follow and send a request. One second, because I would like to answer you. Please send an email to this email and I will send you invitation. Okay? And those who are on Twitter will get an invitation too. Yes, Fernando, for us it was also allowed. First we were having the conversation on the phone and from the screen, and then we make a simulator of the phone on the screen until it did not work. And you know, sometimes synchronicities, everything comes together. We are 2 years since the corona started, and this is 2 years, and this is ending slowly. And with this ending also comes a new start, and this is in a way a new start, and we see this in a positive eye. So it's a bridge, and we shall help people to move. But we are very happy to welcome everyone.
Yes.
Yes, Fernando, question? Here
No,
I see Charles. Charles is here. I think Charles
great.
is here.
Shalom, Charles.
Shalom, Charles. I don't know how to add. You see, I'm learning too. So Charles is here. And he's here. Hello, Charles. Halevi here. Yes, Charles, we see you. How shall you come into... Okay, I need to add him. I'm learning too. One second. You see, voice channel. You know how to add Charles?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's first.
We learn. You see, it's a live conversation, and we also learn. Create invite. Yes, I create invite. Fernando. Yes, I see you. Okay.
Okay, now he's here. Yes.
Yes.
Shalom, Sir Charles. Yes.
Charles, can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, Your Royal Highness. How did you do it? You sound so good.
No, I just saw a message from Fernando and I'm just trying, but it's not... I'm still learning to find out about this.
We also learn. It's new to us. It is interesting because the Twitter system did not work, and it continues today, because today there was like, I'm sharing with you our thoughts, because this is a brainstorming through the whole week and what to do, with what to start today with Twitter, where everybody is, or to start with Discord. So, okay, since only few immigrate to Discord, we shall start with Twitter and see how it will develop. In a case of a need, we shall open Discord, and Twitter crashed or was not really good. And Fernando noticed that the Discord is broadcasting, so we moved. Thank you, Fernando, for your sensitivity.
Maybe this one for me is, I'm only having a problem. It's saying my number is already used by somebody.
So
my mobile.
Okay, so you tried another. So you came with another name, or?
No, I changed to email.
Mm-hmm.
But when it asks about the number, because it still asks about the number, it cannot go through. It says this number is somebody's already using it.
Okay, we learn, because everyone who managed to come through Discord, he has his own way, and we learn from those. Everybody's learning. We were learning all this weekend how to operate it. This is basically a platform of gamers, and it's a very, very strong platform, very solid, and this is what we need. So everybody is invited, Leah and Nadalia and Victoria, when you will have time. Now you're busy, but everybody who can hear us now on YouTube, on later on the recording, you are invited to join us. It's an open platform. Also, another question. Okay, Nadalia is writing, okay, I almost have everything set up on my laptop instead of phone. You don't need a phone. You can also start it with a laptop, but how do we create? Fernando, do you have Nadalia as a connection on Twitter? Let's see. I'll try to open Twitter and put a link there. Fernando, do you have by chance?
I think so, yes.
Yes, can you? Because you see, it's very
Yes,
good. This
yes,
is decentralized communication, so everybody can. At the moment, I don't have it. 1 second. Sorry that I'm jumping
yes,
here
I found
between.
it. Yes.
1 second, excuse me, I'm moving between things. Thank you, Fernando, because I cannot move now at the moment because there's a broadcast. Charles, do you have questions that you would like to ask? Charles? Can you hear us? Hello? Hello?
I think that he lost connection with you. Yes.
Okay, thanks. So, questions? Victoria, I have the time, but there are some circumstances. I understand. So, did you manage, Fernando, to send the invitation link? Thank you.
Yes.
So, Nadalia and Leah, if you have a Twitter account and they're following you, Fernando, Nadalia and Leah?
I have Nadalia.
And Leah, you can send an email. If you're not on Twitter, you can send an email and I will send you an invitation. Slowly, it's a course of a lot of patience and support, mutual support, and we can do this together. Slowly. Questions? This is interesting because this verse, in a way, is a great teacher for us now. Yes, we have to overcome like lions and have to be patient to slowly to connect to the tree of life. Leah is saying, I don't have Twitter at the moment. Yes. So, Leah, can you send an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com and I shall send you the link. If you can send an email now or later, I will send you a link and you could come to Discord as well. Yes, Fernando, questions? Or questions from Victoria, Leah, Nadalia about the painting, about the verse, about life? Any question is welcome. If there aren't any questions, I would like to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart.
I thank you, Eti, so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having patience and coming here and sharing with friends everything. And slowly, I'm aware of the fact that this is a transition period. The whole world, not just us, is moving from two most static years in many dimensions, in many levels, when systems had to upgrade. Individuals and people, all of us had to adapt our life to a new era, and slowly now we're going out from this time tunnel, and we need to make a lot of adjustments. They're very good, but with a lot of patience we can do this together. So I would like to thank you all.
Thank you, Iti, and thank you, friends.
Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow at the same time.
See you.
See you.
להתראות, איתי.
להתראות.
תודה
שלום.
רבה.
תודה רבה.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for being here. It is so important. תודה, תודה. שלום, שלום.
Shalom.